based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
60 by 6, 60 by 6.
On third down, Fry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. And the Bills hit 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Come on. Set, Warrior 70.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 36. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Dancing to his left.
Hurts fumbles it.
And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Hey, 73.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. He had marched to the end zone the last time out.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
They go play action with Hurts.
And this is Cook with the ground. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
James Cook
From 17 yards out.
and the Bucs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
70 Timberwolves.
2nd and 5. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Jaden Reed.
52 yards.
And the Bills have got it back to within a score.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Hurts.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Right back to him on 1st down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty.
Dragon 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
He'll drop to throw. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now a give, right side. Fry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Ready. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Let's go now. Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bucs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
63, 60. No touch. No touch.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And this will be caught at the 30. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Tyquan Thornton,
28 yards.
and the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. Down to the 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Jaden Reed
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead to 21-17.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means he'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. They're going to look to throw.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's in.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Sam Laporta.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bucs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Viking 18, Mustang 19, 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Go.
They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Oliver.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
There wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
From the 35, here's the second down and 6.
They'll look to throw again. And they'll zone before he crosses over out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bills are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Moody good with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. They run again on first down. Cook. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
In motion left goes a tight end.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20.
Cook up the gut, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On second and 12,
Hurts. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the pass. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
From the 22 now, here's the second down and 9.
Back to throw here.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there? Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jaden Reed, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year.
And the Bills are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a second down and 4.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. Left side, Cook.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Throw finding Thornton over the middle. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Now 2nd and 3.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Here's Hurts to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
An audible here to get a new look.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
Ready? 70 range.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And And that'll make it second down.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Mims in motion left.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
So from the 37, here's second down and 1.
Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
19 Lions.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Let's go now. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Here we go, here we go. Trap 60, Buffalo 18. And up.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Oliver.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Viking 18.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he stopped immediately there. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
12 yards between them and the end zone. 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. 79 Broncos. 60 Eagles, 60, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bills put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
That is intercepted.
It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
And they'll indeed take a knee. A give. This is Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Bucs, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears.